Okay, what is going on? As you can clearly see, I have a bunch of tabs open up. This is by far the funniest things I had to do. I kid you not. There is so much information we know going into Sony's E3 this year that I have to open up tabs and read off of them and remember them. I kid you not, it's that bad. So I talked about Microsoft's and vice versa. I might as well get the major announcement out the way. I will be live streaming both. So if you're interested in seeing me live stream it on the channel, I will be doing that as soon as the event starts. If I'm not mistaken, it's on Mixer on Xbox One. So I might be doing that on the channel using OBS. And Sony's, I might do the exact same thing. So I'm going to need to set everything up, obviously. But keep that in mind. If I don't necessarily start the stream, then I might do it through my Elgato. So either way, I'm going to be live streaming both. So you can come chill with me, and we talk about E3 as we're going through it. And obviously, I'm gonna do my review of them anyway. So if not, then I'll do my review. So let's go ahead and talk about the E3 real quick. Obviously, let's get the one game that nobody gives two shits about going into this conference. Call of Duty World War II is going to be revealed at E3 on Sony's behalf. Obviously, they got their partnership with the deal and DLC. Let's just go ahead and remove that because nobody gives a shit. Now I talked about, let's talk about the first party. Let's not even get into it right quick. Let's talk about the first party. I'm expecting, now there's rumors going around that Sly 5 will be at Sony's E3. It could happen. There's also rumors that a Resistance 4 could be at Sony's E3. That's interesting as well. I'm telling you, if these two will show up, it's going to be pretty substantial. But also, the one thing we need to look forward to is Sucker Punch's new IP. Sony, Sucker Punch is working on a new IP. It's not Infamous. It's completely new. So we don't know what that is, but we will see that when we get there. So hopefully it's something good. We got Spider-Man PS4 gameplay. Obviously, that's like one of my most anticipated games going into E3 this year. It looks amazing every time I've seen it, and I can't wait to see how the city reacts to you and how the set pieces look and all that jazz. It looks good, so I can't wait to see that. Days Gone, we already had a gameplay scenario of that last year when they revealed it. So I'm expecting to see another gameplay scenario since this game isn't coming out yet. So I'm expecting another gameplay scenario, however, maybe in a different location. So Days Gone. Obviously, God of War 4, we're going to get another gameplay scenario of that. Why? Because that game isn't coming out yet. If I'm not mistaken, it's not ready yet. They do look like it's an alpha form, though. It does look like it's an alpha form. I forgot to open up a tab for this one, but Knack 2, I'm expecting to see Knack 2. Knack 2 should be good because the first one wasn't really bad at all. Some people complained that it was hard. If you think Knack was hard, you clearly didn't grow up in the 90s, okay? You clearly did not. Knack was actually one of the cooler games that came out for on launch. That was actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. It was Sony's version of Rise. You had simple combat, simple finishers, and vice versa. So it was cool. I'm looking forward to Knack 2. Now I did my research, or I did a video, on Crash Bandicoot and the possibility of them doing another one. Yes, I did that. So what I'm expecting to see is, now they did say they might have a new Crash game again, but the problem is, though, we don't know what it is. Is it a new IP or is it an old game remastered? I'm thinking it's an old game remastered, such as a game called Crash Team Racing. That actually makes sense. Crash Team Racing. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this. I never got into Crash Team Racing. Never understood the lore about it. I wasn't really that big into racing games as a kid. So, there's that. I mean, if that does happen, it happens, and that's good for us. Good for you. Good for you if you're into racing games, so that's good for you. Detroit Become Human. Now, we did see a scenario of this last year where they were showing one particular scenario, and it was like, it had like 40 outcomes in that one scenario. You know what I'm saying? It had like 20 outcomes in that scenario. And it was pretty impressive. So I'm expecting to see either more about that, or they might say, hey, we're releasing it earlier than expected. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Bloodborne 2. Now, From Software. Okay. From Software. Now, one thing about From Software, they did come out and say that they were kind of tired of Souls games. However, there are rumors going around. There were two rumors. One saying that they will be at Sony's E3, only they won't show Bloodborne. They will show a new IP, and then another one that I covered a couple days ago, where they said that Bloodborne 2 will show up at E3. Either way, if I hear that woman go, if I hear that woman, it's a wrap. I'm telling you, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap for me. I already know who's going to win E3 in my eyes. But that happens, it happens. So keep that in mind. And obviously, last but not least, The Last of Us 2. I'm expecting a gameplay scenario of this. Why? Because it kind of makes sense since PS4 is easier to develop for, and Naughty Dog has a really experienced team, and they know what they're doing, and they're basically building off of The Last of Us 1. You know, they're just doing a little bit better. Obviously, a lot better. I'm sorry, and they have everything to work with. But we might not get a gameplay scenario. Obviously, that might just be me wishing a little bit too much. We might just get another trailer, because they did say back in PlayStation Experience last year that the game was in legit. It was just starting development. So there you go. Now let's get into the third-party games. As you clearly see, I have one written down here. Now, in my last video where I talked about Microsoft, I said that Microsoft could have a deal with Ubisoft to get the marketing deals with Star Wars Battlefront. That could very well happen, but at the same time, Ubisoft could have signed a deal with Sony. You know what I'm saying? So instead of it going back and forth this year, they could have went both ways this year. So they could have gave the marketing rights to Fractured Butthole to Sony this year, and that actually kind of would benefit them cool too, if that's true. So Fractured Butthole could very well be the PS4 version. That could very well happen. And with that being said, what else? Other deals they have? Obviously Rockstar is going to be there to show off Red Dead Redemption 2. And there was one more. There was one more that I can speak for that's going to be there on Sony's behalf to talk about something. I obviously expect some remasters like Wipeout. Actually, no, I'm sorry, not Wipeout. Expect some remasters to be on Sony's part, and expect some indies. Do not expect them to dwell on indies like they did before in the past, where they could have, they get the indies like this crazy showtime. Nah, Sony learned their lesson with what's that game called? Shit. You know, I thought that fucking No Man's Sky or No Man's Lie. They learned the lesson from that. So expect a still shot with a bunch of games in the background. Kind of like this, them just standing there saying, this game is coming to PlayStation 4. Expect that to happen when it comes to indie support. And, did I go over the price? Oh, if the Xbox Scorpio, obviously, if the Xbox Scorpio is $400, expect the Xbox Scorpio to have even major competition. 'Cause let me tell you something, if the Xbox Scorpio is $400, the PlayStation 4 Pro will definitely be less than that. It will be cheaper. I'm talking $290. I can expect that right now, $290 as a price drop. Why? And why I see such a low price drop? The PS4 Pro is essentially the same thing as a PS4, like a standard PS4. The only difference is it has a different GPU. That, I kid you not, is the exact same specs all around. So, there you go. It's the exact same thing. Expect a price cut for that system. And some people were talking about price, like there were rumors going around about price cut of the PlayStation VR. I do expect some VR talk in this conference. Obviously, they're not going to dwell on it. They're going to show it real fast. But if they can drop the price of the PS4 VR, that thing is going to sell even faster. And Sony really needs to step it up if they're really going to do that, because everybody who wants this thing at full price as is are trying to buy this thing, but the thing is, it's outsold, it's outsold everywhere. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. If Sony's going to do that, they need to legit make sure they have a crazy amount of supply of PlayStation VR headsets. That's incredible how well that thing is sold. And the last third-party game I can think of right now is obviously Destiny 2. The game that Xbox fanboys think is going to be 4K 60 on their platform over the PS4 Pro. Now, I'd be shocked if it happens, but if it does, I'll laugh, but whatever. And that's it. That's Sony's E3 in a nutshell. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I know you guys are looking forward to it. It's going to be great, and I cannot wait to review both Microsoft and Sony's at the end of the day. So I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you guys later. You guys be good. Deuces. Obviously, if you're new here, hit the bell icon, or hit subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know as soon as my news becomes available. Like the video, dislike if you didn't. And now, I'll see you later. Later.